Dear friends, may I wish you a very happy, blessed, and prosperous new year. Let the grace of the Lord remain with you every day, every moment of the year ahead of us. Sports people will tell us that the first leap is decisive in winning the race. A bold first leap will give the confidence and momentum, enabling anyone to win the race. Today, the first day of the year 2021, we're taking the first step. Let us take it in the right way, in the right direction. And St. Paul compares our life with Christ to a race. In 2 Timothy chapter 4, verse 7, he says, I have fought the good fight. I have finished the race. I have kept my faith. I have kept my faith. I have finished the race. In fact, where did St. Paul begin that race? He was racing the opposite direction, galloping to Damascus on the horseback to destroy the church in Damascus. But that's when a powerful light, and he was blinded, he fell down helpless on the road, and there he heard the voice of the Lord, Saul, Saul. The Lord calling him by name. He recognized immediately it was Jesus. And Paul asked, Who are you, Lord? There began a race. And Paul asked, What shall I do? And Jesus gave him a clear direction to go to a place, to a street, to a person who would direct him in the new race he was going to run. And that race Paul completed in a marvelous, magnificent way. He realized he was chasing shadows. And he said it, I was in ignorance. That's why I was persecuting the church. He thought Jesus of Nazareth was the real problem for the spread of Judaism. In his zeal for Judaism, he began to persecute Christians. But he was bold to change the course of his race, having listened to the voice of Jesus. My dear friends, today we want to spend some time with the Lord in prayer to hear the voice calling us by name, to make sure we are not chasing shadows, to make sure we are going in the right direction. Years ago, when we were in Australia, we were supposed to have a retreat session in a St. Anthony's church in a certain outskirt of the city. And a person was appointed to take us to that place, St. Anthony's Church. And we were told, as you approach the church, you will find a huge, large statue of Christ the King. And beside the presbytery, the priest will be waiting for you. And we went. We were told it took only 50 minutes to reach there. 50 minutes over, 60 minutes over, we were not reaching the St. Anthony's Church. Finally, we reached St. Anthony's Church. I looked around. There was no statue there. There was no presbytery there. We were supposed to go to a large church. It was a very small church. And we called up, and that's when we realized the address typed into GPS was wrong. Of course, St. Anthony's Church, But this St. Anthony's Church was in the opposite direction. That's where we were going to, the opposite direction. It took us a long time to come back to the right church. It's good for us to set our goal. What is it that I should attain this year? We could be chasing shadows. Someone saying, this year I must get that promotion. I must reach that position. That relationship is so important for me. Without that position, without that promotion, without that relationship, I cannot live. I'm determined to attain the goal. But am I chasing shadows? Haven't you heard people saying, I thought that relationship, that promotion would make me happy, but unfortunately, that was the cause of my downfall. Paul was very clear about the race he was running, a good race, a good fight. I have kept my faith, to keep our faith in the Lord, to make the right start. If we make the right start, we are confident. The Lord is there. The confidence that St. Paul had, Romans 8:31, if God is for us, who can be against us? Paul had to meet with resistance and persecution from outside the church and even from within the church, from friends and foes, in the sea, on the shore. Everywhere Paul met with opposition, persecution, scourged, put in jail. But then the confidence, I am running the right race, the race for the Lord. That confidence gave him courage and direction and orientation, because he heard the voice of Jesus. And Paul always insisted that everybody should know that I'm an apostle, because my God has spoken to me. I have seen my God. Today, we must spend some time before the Lord in prayer to set the GPS correct, the correct goal we must be reaching, with a question, Lord, what shall I do? Perhaps the goals that we set need not be the goal that God wants us to achieve. The place we need to reach need not be the place God wants us to reach. And if we reach a wrong place, if we attain a wrong goal, it will not make us happy in life for sure. Therefore today, a very important day of the year, the most important day of the year, I sit before the Lord to hear His voice with the question, Lord, what shall I do? To get direction from the Lord, to get the confidence the Lord will be there by my side at every moment. If God is for us, who can be against us?